Yo, for some reason, there's this thing with guitar players that they don't like to spend money on changing their strings. I don't know what it is, I don't get it, but I sure as hell have been there before. A couple of months ago, my guitar player turned me on to something that's absolutely incredible. If you're a touring musician, well, nobody's touring now because of COVID, but if you're a professional musician, studio musician, or you're just a collector and you have a whole bunch of guitars, changing strings gets really, really expensive. These days, I'm doing a lot of work in the studio, and I always like to have a fresh pair of strings on my guitars. And now with this whole COVID thing, it's becoming a little bit harder to get strings as fast as I normally do, especially with the custom sets that I like to make for my extended range 7-string guitars. But thanks to these guys, I can keep my strings feeling better, sounding better, and lasting a lot longer. What I hate about some string cleaners on the market is that sometimes they make your strings feel worse than before you clean them. Like they leave it feeling gunky and sticky, and they have all this residue from whatever it was that's in the product. And I really, really hate that feeling. What I like about these is that you don't get any of that. You literally just get a nice, smooth feeling string. They sound like, brighter. It's kind of like they have more life back into them, and they just feel nice and smooth. And that's what a string cleaner or a string wipe should do. With my extended range of guitars, such as this 7-string, I like to make custom sets. So I got a 64 that I use on the bottom, and I also like to play with a wound third on all of my guitars. Unfortunately, the strings that I use are out of stock, even directly from the manufacturer. So this is the perfect guitar to test out how these wipes take off all that dirt and grime. Let's get over to my bench and let's take a look. All right, so you take one of these guys and you open it up, like so. It's very similar to opening something else that comes in a little wrapper like that. Remember, kids, safety first. All right, so this is how I do it. All right, so I take this guy, open it up, and I start with the first string. You're gonna start seeing a whole bunch of dirt and grime coming off these strings. Like I said, these strings are super old, and I'm the type of person that every time before I play, I make sure to wash my hands thoroughly. So I ain't being nasty. It ain't me. These strings are old. Give me a break. Now, I didn't clean them for the purpose of this video. So make sure you like and subscribe. God damn it. All right, so let's clean these up. All right, so slip it under the string, wrap it, then I pinch it, and then you just, oh man, I can feel all that dirt and grime like coming out. Let me zoom out real quick so you can see. Make sure you get all the way from the bridge all the way to underneath, the first fret. And make sure you're not having your whole finger under there because you'll probably snap your string. So, maybe just very lightly, like with your nail or something like that. All right, so check this out. All right, so all that dirt and grime was underneath that first string, and I could literally feel the dirt and grime coming off as I was passing the wipe on the string. All right, so let's clean the rest of these. All right, so all that dirt and grime came off those strings. Most of the dirt is going to be located under your uncoiled strings. And by uncoiled, I'm specifically referring to your first, second, and possibly third string. I say possibly because I use wound thirds, but that's just me. On the low end, you got some dirt that was removed, some grime, but nothing too crazy. Yo, these Wonder Wipes are badass. Check this out. These strings are so clean now. These strings literally feel like very close to brand new right now. Before I passed the Wonder Wipes, if I ran my hands across the strings, it wouldn't make any noise. Basically, because they're dead, like they just have all this grime on them. But check it out now. Listen to this. And that wasn't my rings making the noise. That was on the flesh. These feel like literally like a completely different set of strings than the ones that I had on before I passed those Wonder Wipes on them. Yo, these wipes definitely live up to their name. They work absolute wonders, especially if you're using them on the daily or on the regular with a fresh brand new pair of strings. You'll be surprised how much longer your strings are gonna last. One thing that's really cool is that I got literally 60 of these wipes for like less than 20 bucks or maybe 20 bucks at most. I got mine from sweetwater.com, but you can order them from anywhere that carries Ernie Ball products. Now, if you don't want to spend 20 bucks like on a bunch of wipes that you may or may not like, just order one pack. I think it costs like maybe like, I don't know, like $5.50 for a pack. So just order one and test it out on some of your brand new set of strings and see if they last you longer. I love using them, especially during these times where, like I said, it's harder to get certain strings. So they're definitely helping me out. I hope they do the same for you. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow all my social media links down below. Peace.